Welcome back, everybody. My name is All Fun and Games. I stream every day on Twitch TV, and I also make fun little videos here on YouTube. Today, we're going to be talking about the most recent update that I already went over on a previous video, where there's a new biome out in the middle of the sea. Now, when you go over to this biome, you're going to see a tiny little patch of whatever this is. Looks like ice and all this other stuff. And when you finally get to fight it, I'm not going to fight it right now, but you will fight this little shark thing. Basically, it pops out, and then boom, you get in the fight. You kill it, and it's going to not do anything other than say, hey, by the way, I'm here to help you. Maybe we can work together, blah, blah, blah. You know, it gets down to like 1 HP or something like that, or 0 HP. I forget exactly what it is. And then it just starts talking to you. Then you can bring it things that you get out of sea, and it's going to give you like this reward called a bootleg. I think I know the spawn for it. Bootleg? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I tested it earlier today. Anyways, you get these bootleg things, and then when you officially, let's throw ourselves into creative mode, you can get yourself a little boat. Let's make ourselves a little boat contraption. Voila. When you go on the boat, you open up your map. You open up a bootleg, and you go open up your map, and then you toss the bootleg wherever the heck you want over in that direction. And what the heck, why is this not working? Oh yeah, sorry. And then you toss it there, and then I think I go over this direction. You know, I should have done this before the actual got it right the first time, but that's okay. Anyways, when you roll in this direction, similar to how it was in Shipwrecked, come on. It's going to teleport you exactly where that location is. Now, pretty cool, nonetheless. A little buggy. I find it still a little broken. Obviously, like that's why I was, test running before this one. And of course, you now have this timer on the wormhole before it officially closes. And then, yeah, now you can do that on the water. Now, this is funny because originally on the land, I was actually wondering if they'll ever make it possible to change wormhole locations, whether you can like dig them up with like a contraption and relocate them. Because let's be honest, some wormhole locations, or most in the world, are pretty shitty. Like I've had them like where a wormhole is here, another one's here and here, and I'm like, what the heck? How are you supposed to live like that, But anyways, they've done it out at sea. Now, this is not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about is why potentially are they doing this? Because let's be honest, how often are you out at sea where you need to teleport? Well, it's not super rare, but at the same time too, it could be very helpful going forward if there was a chance of them adding more biomes. Now, there's also a few other possibilities. So when we look at the map of Don't Starve Together and we shift a few things around, let's get a big overview. So the main area, the main zone of Don't Starve Together is all in the middle. Of course, we have our little biomes just scattered around. We have, stuff that is obviously just like sporadically shown here and blah, 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 blah. Now, why would we need to have like teleportation wormholes? Well, obviously we could use it to get back to back to our normal, I guess if you want to go close to land, you could teleport, but that seems like a waste. But other than that, what would you really use it for? Well, I guess you can kind of say that if you were based in here and you wanted to get over here, you could just take a boat from here to here, right? So what are we going to be using these for? I think that we're eventually going to be seeing more sporadic biomes just like littered everywhere. Or we could actually see the day that Clay gives us the option of actually turning this into a similar shipwreck world. I don't think that would be the case, but it would be pretty cool. Imagine there was a form inside the game that said survival or survival out at sea, and then boom, all these are now their own little tiny little islands, forcing you to go into similar mode, which you did inside of Shipwrecked, that has kind of like, starter island with the starter stuff in order to get out at sea and blah, blah, blah. More of like a harder variation of Don't Starve Together. I think that would be really fun if you went to an island and you had to go fight the D-Fly on that island, and then you had to go into another island to get some stuff. It would take a little bit longer, but it'd be a little bit harder to kind of, work with, especially if more things got added out to sea. The other thing is we could see more things like, instead of just all these rocks everywhere, smaller biomes similar to here, the mangroves, multiple of those, even just more lunar biomes would be kind of cool. I do think that they're going to eventually give us more abilities to do that, because why else would we need these teleportation things? I mean, honestly, the bootlegs are pretty cool. But for the sake of, just going, I want to go home real quick, tossing that way, and then, of course, it takes you 2 seconds to get home. Sure, but really, it's kind of a waste if you think about it, because at the end of the day, you could pretty much just get there, just by rowing, which wouldn't really take you very long. So, what do you think these could be eventually used for? But that's my take. I think that we're eventually going to be seeing more biomes and or the ability to split these biomes up and getting them into islands, which would make the bootlegs pretty useful. Another reason why bootlegs could be very useful is if potentially more dangerous things appear out at sea. So for example, if we are rowing from here to here, and sure enough, now we have, small sharks or things that are attacking us, and we're like, I don't want to die, and my boat is in perfect condition. Well, in that case, we might find the bootlegs pretty useful to travel across sea. And at that point, it's very worth it to actually use them. But for now, I can't really say why they're there other than, the convenience, I suppose. But honestly, I think it's a start of something pretty large. Now, I keep saying that in all my videos, but it's true. I do think that we could eventually see more reasons to go out to sea. So anyways, thanks again for watching. Tell me in the comments what you think, and I will see you in the next one.